Hello and welcome back to DevOps Fundamentals by SkillSpeed. In today's video, we are going to talk about Vagrant installation and configuration. So first, we will take a look at how to install VirtualBox. Just a brief high-level overview, because this is pretty straightforward, nothing specific or nothing very complicated here. Then we will take a look at how to install Vagrant, the important steps and how exactly you do that. And then we will take a look at some of the important links which are crucial to have when you want to work with Vagrant. So with that, let's get started. Alright, so here I am on my browser window. Let's first take a look at where to get the VirtualBox. So you can type in VirtualBox download on the browser window, and the first link will take you to the official VirtualBox download page. Now, VirtualBox is a very small virtualization utility from Oracle, and it is open source. It's free of cost. You don't have to pay anything to use it, and that is why it is our tool of choice as well. That is one reason. The other reason is that VirtualBox is the default provider for Vagrant, so you don't have to do any extra configuration if you want to work with VirtualBox as your provider in Vagrant. So as you can see here, you have multiple links based on which platform you are on. So let's say if you're on Windows machine, you just need to click on this link, and as you can see here at the bottom, it will download the exe package. I'll go ahead and cancel this because I just wanted to show you. It's once you have the exe package downloaded, you just have to double click on the icon and click next. It will go ahead and install. Similarly, for Mac installations, you have this DMG package, and once again, it's pretty much the same process. Once you have it, you just need to double click and then follow the instructions on screen to install the VirtualBox package. And in case of Linux distributions, once again, you have packages for Ubuntu and Debian, Fedora. So depending on whether you are on RPM based Linux or if you're on a Deb based Linux, which flavor you are on, you can just download the exact RPM package. Also, you have an option of using the package managers for each one of them, right? You have this option as well to download and install. So if you're on Ubuntu, you can use apt-get. If you're on CentOS or Red Hat, you can use the yum install command. So based on which flavor of and which operating system you are on, you can use the respective commands to download and install VirtualBox. That's pretty straightforward, nothing fancy, nothing complicated here. Now, once that is done, the next step will be to install Vagrant. So once again, you can type Vagrant up download or simply Vagrant download, which will take you to the relevant page. And the first link, once again, is the right link here. This is how it looks like. And as you can see here, Vagrant is supported for all the major platforms, namely Windows, Mac, and both Debian and RPM based operating systems. So since it is saying CentOS, so that would mean that you can use the same package on Fedora as well as Red Hat. Now this is a Linux machine which I have chosen for to show you how to install Vagrant on Linux machine. So if I check it out, this is a EL7, so this is a Red Hat family. And if I check exactly, if I want to check the exact version, so this is a CentOS release and CentOS 7.3 to be exact. So what I need to do now is I will go back to my browser window. I just need to copy this link. So I click over here and copy link address. I come back to my terminal. Let's go to temp folder. As of now, there is nothing. And if I use this Vagrant, it tells me command not found. So that means that Vagrant is not installed on this machine. So I can use wget and the link to download the Vagrant package. It will take a couple of seconds, so let it complete. So now as you can see, I have the package, but looks like something is wrong with the naming convention and the permissions as well. So first of all, we will change the name of this package to something more meaningful. So we will put it as, let's say, Vagrant. We can keep it like this itself. Yeah, now making more sense. And what we can do now is this will make it executable, because unless it is executable, I cannot run this. Now it's just a matter of one RPM command. I can use UVH and the RPM package name. So looks like the installation is done. It's hardly took maybe 4 or 5 seconds to complete. And now if I use Vagrant, it will identify the command, and in fact it gives me the command options which I can utilize with Vagrant. So that means that I have successfully installed Vagrant on this machine. How I can check the version, I can be assured, is I can use this Vagrant -v command. Let me do that again. Vagrant -v, if I do, it tells me my Vagrant version is Vagrant 2.0.1. So that completes the installation of VirtualBox and Vagrant. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. There is no complication here. Depending on which operating system you are on, you just need to go ahead and follow the procedure. First of all, download the relevant package from respective web pages and then install it. Make sure you keep the sequence in order. First install VirtualBox and then install Vagrant. Because if you do the other way around, sometimes what happens, some of the Ruby library files do not get attached to the VirtualBox machines, and that is the reason at times it gives you problem to identify which provider it has to use. So make sure you install VirtualBox first and then Vagrant, and that's it. No additional configuration required here. It will be working absolutely fine. So now let's take a look at some of the important links. The first one is the VirtualBox download link, which we saw just a couple of minutes ago. This link you can utilize to download the VirtualBox and download the relevant package as per your operating system. Similarly, the second link is for Vagrant download. So once you click on this link, it will take you to the relevant page from where you can download and install Vagrant. Vagrantup.com/docs is the official documentation page for Vagrant, and this is a highly recommended page to learn more about Vagrant. What we are going through in this video series is just the fundamental steps to create a lab for ourselves, but Vagrant is an excellent tool. You can utilize it for a lot more provisioning automation tasks in your organization. So if you want, this is the place to go to learn more about Vagrant, apart from what we are going through in this course. And finally, we have this link for Vagrant boxes. We have not yet covered how exactly we use boxes. We have just saw in the first video that boxes is something which is like a VMware template or Docker images, but we have not seen the actual use of it. But this is where you go ahead and search for your relevant boxes, which we will take a look at in the next video. So in this video, we spoke about how to install VirtualBox, which is the default provider for Vagrant, and then the tool itself, Vagrant. We have seen the installation, where to download it from and how to install it. We saw the example of Linux flavor, but similarly, you can install it on Mac as well. You can install it on Windows by just following the steps which are relevant for each operating system. And finally, we spoke about some of the important links which are crucial if you want to learn Vagrant on more about it. So if you have any questions, go ahead and raise a support ticket. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.